My name is Michael Potts. I live on this Scepter 36-foot sailboat, and this is where I am today. I left Toronto, Canada in October 2022, and it's now January 2023. You can follow along all the 70 videos documenting when I purchased this boat all the way up to today by clicking the link in the top right screen. My mission has been to show you guys what it's really like out here for the single-handed sailor, sailing thousands of nautical miles on the east coast of the USA. In this video, we head towards Cape Canaveral, Florida via the ICW, heading towards Miami. In the last video, we left Charleston, South Carolina, and I sailed all the way to Fernandina Beach and anchored off of Fort Clinch. After a good night's rest at anchor in the morning, we moved on down the ICW towards Cape Canaveral and Miami. Single-handed sailing thousands of nautical miles down the east coast of the USA can be very challenging. Dealing with all the variables, weather, where to anchor, when to leave port, is something that you just got to do. You just got to get out there and do it for yourself and see if this lifestyle is for you. After being out there for so many months, it was good to finally be somewhere warm, where the water's warm and the temperatures at night are warm. So I took advantage of that fact and decided to install my zincs onto my props and do an inspection of the hull. This sailboat was on Lake Ontario for a number of years, so I didn't have the proper zincs and sacrificial anodes, so I had to install those on the prop. And what they do is they stop rust from happening on the metal parts on the underside of your boat. While I was down there, I decided to use the rest of the tank to inspect the hull and scrub off some of the growth that's built up on the bottom there. Wow. So I dropped the camera and then I realized it, and I'm like, I was freaking out. So I laid a buoy down to just mark the spot, and I'm thinking, geez, what should I do here? And I'm just like, I'll just go down there and check it out. And I went down, and right away I saw it. So, very happy. That deserves an anchor beer for sure. Thank God I found you, my little buddy. Sorry for losing you. I'll never lose you again, I promise. Never ever again. Mission accomplished. You'd be surprised how much just that removing that little bit of growth actually increased my speed. So in the future here, I'm definitely going to be cleaning off all of the growth on the underside of the hull. But it's going to take, I think, 2 scuba tanks in order to do that with a brush. In the morning, we moved on, and I ended up in St. Augustine, Florida, and did some provision runs and got a few things that I needed. And again, we moved on to the daily grind of passage making every day, heading towards Miami. Look at this, guys. This is a full sunken catch rig sailboat here. Look at this. Crazy. Wow. I wonder what happened here. Morning, guys. I'm back at it, back on the road. We're 167 nautical miles from Miami. You believe that? Like, how many videos have I posted here? getting all the way to here. I mean, it's nuts. So if I do 50 nautical miles a day, I can get there in 3 days. The wind is on our nose, so we can't go out to the ocean. I was hoping a wind would shift on windy.com and we'd go out to the ocean and sail south to try and save diesel, but it ain't happening. So just west and south of Cape Canaveral, Port Canaveral, like where SpaceX is and everything. And we're just heading through the ICW here, ICW balls. And oh yeah, so a couple cool things. I met a dude named Steve, and he's one of my subscribers, and I think I'm gonna go meet up with him. This guy is like super knowledgeable about crossing to the Caribbean, and I'm gonna go to Vero Beach where he lives and hook up with him and just pick his brain on exactly what is a good strategy for getting across the Gulf Stream from Miami into Bimini. Guys, we will be crossing the Gulf Stream into the blue waters of the Caribbean within the next week. This is a huge deal to me. I am so excited. I couldn't even sleep last night. I got up at 3 in the morning and I've been up editing, and you know, I'm just so like full of energy. I just want to get down to Miami, get into the Caribbean. We're going to be doing some scuba diving, exploring the islands, hanging out with new people, cruisers. It's going to be amazing. Oh, can't wait. So let's get to Vero Beach today, see if we can get anchored. I may have one of my girlfriends may come for a visit, Lana. She's in all sorts of the videos at the beginning of the channel. She's down here working in Florida at a resort, and she might come for a visit. We'll see what happens there. But let's get to Vero Beach, knock off another 50 nautical miles. We'll be 100 nautical miles, just over 100 nautical miles from Miami tonight. Awesome. Let's do this. All right, so I made it to Cape Canaveral. Actually, Titusville is right here, but Cape Canaveral is right over there. And look, whoa, and look, there's a rocket just took off. I can see him, he's way over there. Isn't that crazy? I was wondering what the rumbling noise was. I was like, what is that? Amazing. So I'm gonna try and get to Port Canaveral, which is that way, by tonight. So I'm just like doing some editing and gonna just about to put up the dinghy and we'll go over there. A buddy of mine from Canada came by with his kids last night, and I got a Canadian flag, so I'm also gonna install the Canadian flag, which is great. All right, so I'm gonna eat some breakfast and we're gonna go to Port Canaveral. Let's do it. All right, I'm in Vero Beach, guys. Nice little anchorage here. There's a couple bridges. Palm trees everywhere. It's warm. The hook set really well a minute ago. Boom, right there. Oh, it's a perfect little spot. So I'm gonna have some food and relax and plan out the next big move, which is going to Miami. All right, guys, I'm in Vero Beach. I'm gonna go visit a subscriber who's kindly offered to drive me to fill these scuba tanks. Need to clean the bottom of this boat. It is just chocked full of growth. Oh, look at that. All right, so we're gonna meet at 8:30 over at the marina, which is over there somewhere. I'm gonna go over there a little early so I'm not late and find a good spot to tie up. Let's go over there and meet Steve Cantwell. It's gonna be cool.
This is a cruising guide for the Exumas, and I've got 2 for the Abacos here, and so I went there and just bypassed the thing.
Right.
And that way, then I went back on course, and I went down to say I think I went to Shroud Key.
That was absolutely amazing. Steve Cantwell, a naval, he's a Navy man, showed me so much on the charts, places to go, you know, gave me the confidence to really look at what I'm up against here, and gave me some really great insight on charts. So happy. He drove me to the gas station. I managed to get my scuba tanks looked at. I even bought a spear gun. I got propane. He gave me a bunch of charts. Steve, thank you, brother. Means everything to me, man. This is hilarious. I tied up my dinghy, I looked down and it floated away. So some other cruisers are getting it for me right now. Thank God. Hopefully he'll bring it by. Holy, what was I thinking? That's really weird. Like maybe it broke something there. Look at this, guys. I got a spear gun. What? Look at that. We're going spear jiving. It's gonna be great. Look at these nice cruisers grabbing my boat for me. Oh, you Canadians like me? Yeah, I'm coming from Toronto. You guys headed to the Bahamas?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Ah, nice. Thank you, guys. Cheers, brothers. We'll see you in St. George. Yeah, St. George's for beers. Thanks again. Hey, hope you don't want to get a caught on there. Yeah, you might get caught. Look at that, eh? So Steve gave me charts, passed on his knowledge, and I'm just gonna go to the dock here in Vero Beach, grab some diesel, and I already filled jugs up with cheap diesel. I'm gonna buy some expensive Marina diesel, and tomorrow we're heading off to the dive shop and then on to Miami. Steve pointed out a perfect anchorage for me to go to there. I'm gonna get settled in, do my final checks on the boat. We're waiting for a perfect weather window, and we're going across the Gulf Stream, guys, all the way over to Bimini and then on to Nassau. We're gonna check in Nassau. That's the plan so far. We'll see you when we get there, and guys, we're so close here. So a couple last things. Look at this. I got a gun. Bought myself a dive gun. Apparently my tanks need a VP check, and I didn't like the dive shop that was here, Deep Six or whatever. So I'm gonna go to this other place, which is just down the ICW here in Florida, and get these tanks properly sorted out. Let's get some diesel tomorrow morning. Before you know it, it's gonna be tomorrow morning. Ready? And we're gonna be on our way to Miami. 3, 2, 1. All right, so I'm leaving Vero Beach. What a beautiful place. Absolutely amazing place to be. Thank you to Steve Cantwell for all the charts and all the knowledge. What a great guy. He lives here in Vero Beach. What an amazing, amazing guy. Absolutely gotta thank Steve Cantwell for all of his passing on all of his knowledge. So I figure I can get to Miami in the next couple days. I need to deal with some scuba tank issues. Those tanks need to be filled. And so I'm gonna go to another dive shop that's better than the one that I went to near Miami. And we're gonna settle into Miami, get this boat perfect, wait for a good weather window, and guys, we're gonna cross the Gulf Stream into Bimini, over to Nassau, and down to the Bahamas. Absolutely cannot wait to do this passage. So stoked. There may be someone, a woman and a man joining us for the passage. That's a possibility too. A really good friend of mine, Kim Downs, who I've known forever, and her husband. Yeah, so let's get down to Miami. Let's get situated and let's do this, guys. We've come all the way from Toronto, Canada. We're so close to being at our goal, our objective, the Bahamas. We will get there. It's just a matter of will and endurance. Let's do this. Join me next episode as we get into Miami and prepare the boat to cross the Gulf Stream into paradise. Leave me a like, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video. Captain Michael, signing out.